got their ass
When Jonah walk out with the shotgun, how you beat him?
Sweetheart, I done been beat
Nah,
with fireplace equipment. I ain't doing no shit like that. I'm all
nah.
right.
What I'm saying
I
is,
got
I know
beat
Okay,
with
niggas.
that's
switches,
us.
I know
belts,
niggas.
and
I know
paddles.
niggas
What
that
you
got their
talking
I'm
about?
ass whooped
scared
and
of
still got. They
slippers.
still gangsters. They still
I'm
did shit.
scared of slippers.
Okay,
Okay.
but what I'm saying is like we still doing wishful thinking, bro. What about the ones who own what they own? There's no defense at the school.
Well,
They
Wack,
are
I'm gonna tell
mad.
you.
They're
I'm gonna
mad from
tell
their
you.
home
I don't
front.
know how many. I don't know how many people talk to other parents and stuff like that, but the parents, the fathers, and shit that I've been talking to, they are on high alert, given that school is ending for the most part this week, and they have expressed to me that they are on high alert for anything looking suspicious around schools.
But you don't want to
So
know God in
and
there.
so
That's
you don't want to be the one, you don't want to be that parent getting the call that your child was foolish enough to exit the house with a rifle, approaching the school, and some over anxious parent takes care of what they feel is business.
What you mean? What that got to do with having some security at the school?
Our
No, I
kids
get
not gonna get
I
caught
get what you're
with
saying with the
their
security
Right.
at
shit.
the
That's what
school
I'm
part,
saying.
but
What do you suggest for
my
them
my
to
argument
stop them?
my argument is it begins in the home before we even get to the school.
No, no, you right about that, but I'm saying,
listen
what do
though.
you do to
Man,
stop them
fuck
from
all
getting
that.
to
They've
the
been
school?
talking that shit for 300 years, and it's always some bad apples in the bunch. So
Right.
what is our defense against the bad apples?
Just put a security on the corners of the school with
Nigga,
posts.
I say let the teachers strap up, nigga. Fuck you.
Strap them
They
teachers
are
up.
But
they
what
are out here in Texas.
Nigga,
What
train
if
them,
they strapped
nigga.
up
Yo, some
Hell
of them
yeah.
teachers be crazy too.
and tell one of them kids,
Not
bro?
for
I'm gonna
real.
tell you, I
Some of the
think
teachers, some of
I
those
think it needs to
Yeah.
be
unarmed
outdoor and
security
hallway.
guards.
Hold on, what you say, Wack?
It need to be outdoor and hallway security, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
Nah, yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
definitely.
And
Roman
listen, it
hallway,
just
hey,
you
Roman
need to
hallway armed guards.
Because when you
and
talking
then
about
we
the
need
teacher,
to reduce the charge for unarmed security guards that carry their arms.
you talking about he
If
already in there.
someone's
We talking about
unarmed,
after that, before you even
no,
get to
but
it.
you have some security guards that are unarmed security guards, and if they so happen to have the deuce and they fuck up somebody before they do some shit, they need to be able to get off on that.
The dudes do.
We need to be able to have some type of leeway for our unarmed security guards that do carry an arm, that you feel me, they be scared to act because I'm an unarmed security guard, I can't act without getting in trouble. But if they don't have that,
Oh
you get what
no,
I'm
the
saying?
security guard need to be armed. It defeats the
All
purpose.
security guards need to be
It
armed.
defeats the
There we
purpose if
go.
you ain't armed.
Exactly. I was watching a little security. She was a little person and
What?
didn't have no gun.
I mean, I truly
She
believe
was in
that.
full. She was like with a bulletproof vest and a security guard outfit on to be somebody's security with no gun. And she was a little
I look at it
person,
like this.
4'3".
I think the example needs to be set and the standard needs to be set that if you have a young adult living in your home with access to these armaments and they step out of your home and commit this offense, they put everybody in your home behind some bars.
They
Man, you
are
out your fucking mind. Fucking
All
mind.
right.
You
Yeah, no,
crazy, bro.
those parents do
So
need to
you
be
got it.
held
Okay, so you got it.
accountable.
Let me do it. You got a single parent, right? Who going to work, coming home,
Yes,
raising a
Shaniqua needs to
child,
be held accountable.
taking the motherfucking church, doing all this shit. But when he get to school or he at the fucking park, this weak amount of motherfucker get caught up what he get caught up in. He do some shit while she at work and she get cuffed. Nah, bro. Nah, tripping.
that don't make no motherfucking sense.
No, no, no.
Hell no.
That don't make no sense. How can you
At
hold
all.
her
So
accountable?
look, if she get cuffed, what about the other little brothers and sisters in the house is doing right, but now the mama going, they going to a foster home because what the other kid did, and the law you saying takes the parent to jail. Come on, bro.
Wack, I understand what you're saying, and what you're saying, what you're speaking to, is an immediate, unfortunate. Basically, it's going to be an immediate, unfortunate response. But moving forward, for those for new parents or existing parents with younger children, it's going to set the tone that unless you want this to happen, that's not the behavior you want to demonstrate.
Yeah, but there's
Hey,
no way to monitor that. That's why I said a National Guard who trained for this, who cannot get fired from their job when they go do National Guard work, to be the ones in the school. Not no security guard. They go home and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Somebody that's mentally trained to handle this. That could be your job 1 week or 2 weeks out of the year to go in these schools, and you can keep it on a rotating schedule. So I don't understand why you think that's such a bad idea.
I think training is important. Only because I live in Dallas now, and I'm telling you, everybody's strapped. Everybody's strapped. I think training is the key word is training. Got to be trained, man. Like, because in real time, shit is different in real time than it is when you just you what if. So I think training is extremely important. And I wasn't mad at that National Guard. Like Wax said, something is better than nothing.
Yeah, something is better than nothing. And then too, you can't just say to teachers, you gotta stop him before he even get to the premises. So
Right.
probably 2 yards or something before it need to be one. Right in front of the school, it need to be one, because you can't just say, take the parents in and shit like that. That's not gonna stop nothing. You can have a child that seems mentally stable and just snap one day. So since you wasn't a mind reader and didn't know where they was gonna do that, you got to get punished for it. Like, no, that shit ain't cool.
yeah, that's crazy. Everybody be in jail. Everybody houses being foreclosed. Everybody kids be motherfucking in group homes. That's crazy. One motherfucker take the whole household down.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one. You right.
They'll be raised different. That's a fact.
Without they brothers and sisters and they mama.
Like,
What I'm
what
saying
you
is,
mean?
moving forward, it'll set a precedent.
Why you keep
Bro, you
blaming the fucking parents, bro, for these motherfucking kids' decision? What the fuck?
especially when they 18 and 19. You can't
Why
do
you
nothing about
blaming the
them.
parent for a nigga 15, 16, and he go out and do some crazy shit while she at fucking Sunday school? I don't get how you doing that.
But Wax, the flip side of that is if I say the flip side of that is if your kid was in that shit, you'll be mad at the motherfucking mom and dad too. You'll be like, yo, you let that nigga leave the
I'm
house.
not mad at
No,
the
it's not
mom and
let.
dad, bro.
It's not really let, Peter. It's just that, put it like this. I raised
Not
this little
let,
muff.
not let. It's just a
Right.
natural. It's a natural anger, bro. It's
No,
natural.
nah, bro. Like, listen, I would be mad if they show up like, yeah, well, yeah, fuck that. That's what it is, and we part of the coalition, whatever the fuck. Yeah, cool. But bro, I got homies who was raised right. They just fools. You niggas understand all our brains is different?
That's where I was going with it. That's why I'm saying, like, I raised this motherfucker right, but he just rebellious, and one day he just snapped and did some
He
crazy
just
shit.
did some crazy, like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like,
Yeah, but you got the ones raised right. You also got the ones that cuss their mom and dad out every day. Mom, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to monitor that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm
so,
going
yeah,
with that.
now
yeah,
now now if they get the parent, if they get the parent weapon and the parent don't secure their weapon, then the parent should be
that's what that is.
they that part they should be accountable for if it's a parent weapon. But now if the kid got a weapon from somewhere else, then they shouldn't be accountable for that.
That nigga want to send everybody to jail. Niggas be at work, working overtime to pay the motherfucking mortgage, keep the lights on. This little nigga that went out and did some old Dumbo bozo shit. You pull up, they waiting on you. What happened? Oh yeah, you going to jail? Yeah, 15 years for what? Well, your kid did this over there on the south side, on the east side.
Go get his
Yeah.
dad
Oh,
too.
you ain't the only one. We got who was them people? Oh, that's the friend he was with. We got the
You know what? I used to tell my father that because he always think that that old school shit. And I ain't saying nothing wrong with it, but he like, as long as you raise a kid and do this and put him in school, I say, bro, just like Wack just said, everybody got different brains. You was who you was before you got here. If it's divine for that nigga to grow up and rob and do something, that nigga gonna do it regardless, bro. That ain't you can't beat him out of that. If that's what he gonna do, that's what he gonna do. So your raising ain't really the catalyst, or you didn't raise them right. That's why they did it. People snap, bro. People don't think like you. You can't make a motherfucker think civilized. It's
Hey,
impossible.
and the perspective that I'm coming from with this is just from the viewpoint of, you know, the elementary school kids. Well, I'm talking about kids. This is what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about you out there and you just wild in the world. I'm talking about your brain done fixed it so that you walk into a classroom with not even children that even know anything about fighting back and committing some shit. Nigga, take your whole line, nigga. Your blood is bad.
I'm
Cause
saying,
I think that
I'm
sounds
saying if
extreme.
there
Cause
was, what I'm saying is if it was signs there, like if the moms and them ignored the crazy shit this nigga was doing in his room with the door closed and all that kind of, like he was, but I knew something was up. I just didn't think that shit. You should have, you know what I mean? Like you could have prevented this shit if you had just paid attention to this little crazy motherfucker.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
if
If the
there
son,
are signs,
not
Peter.
not not the one that snapped and just bugged out. I'm talking about the nigga that been giving you signs that he ain't wrapped too tight, and you just ignored the signs.
yeah, cause most of them do be showing. Some of them show signs. They might post something, or they may say something to a best friend, or they might be like doing like some cryptic stuff, whatever. We understand that, but like tweeting said, somebody just automatically they just snap one day because they was bullied or something happened. You can't. You really. I don't. Me personally, I don't believe you can hold a parent necessarily accountable for something that's offset. Like
They interviewed his grandfather today, and his grandfather saw signs. And nigga, I don't know, man. I'm not saying you can hold him accountable, but I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, if that's one of your kids, and you hear this man sitting back talking about how weird he was acting, and he didn't want to come with me to work no more. He just locked himself in the room and all that kind of shit. It just makes you angry, man. Like you should have kicked the door in and see what the fuck was going on in there.
now, my parents was like that, but I came from a two-parent household, whatever. So the way I grew up was different. So anything anybody did in the house, my dad held me accountable for everything my brothers and sister did. So I was on them like crazy. Now we all had different mindsets, but we never grew up, do nothing crazy. But we all had our different things, and we all, did some things that maybe we're not too proud of. But like you said, my parents were always on us on something. So maybe that was they did that for the best, and how we are right now.
Nigga, two-parent household is a flex.
Yeah, well,
That's a
you know
fact.
what? In
Not
certain
all the time.
situations, that's what I was gonna say. In certain situations,
bro.
I
I'm
say,
just saying what was doing.
go ahead, Wack, my bad.
Hey, keep it real, bro. Everybody got that parent, that homie, who Miles was at work. Hey man, nigga, Miles pulling up. Nigga, put that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's because she didn't
Yeah.
play that shit. But she didn't know what the fuck niggas was doing.
She
yeah,
knew.
yeah. No, he right though. It's been a lot of
Nah, man,
times
she
like
didn't know. Fuck out of here, nigga. That's why
no,
niggas like, yo, put that shit up, bro. Like, Miles put it up. You know what I'm
no. I'm
saying? Hey,
talking
pull
about
your
what you
pants
said.
up.
Yeah, we used to do that shit. We used to play with the guns or some shit like that. Then my daddy come back, hey bro, don't fuck with that shit like that. We'll do some bad shit. We ain't got no business, but we know he gonna come in fucking everybody up. So we just chill. Like everybody don't have that.
Shit, I used to be so sneaky, man. Every time they tell my mama I did something, I could convince her that it wasn't me.
You know, my cousin
How
said
my
we was
baby?
we was cursed
That's how
because
she had
like
said, no, it wasn't my son.
Yeah, that's what my grandma said. But I was thinking, my grandma was strict in the motherfucker, but all her boys end up, you know what I'm saying, in that life. But then all the
Yeah,
girls
that's
ended
what
up.
I'm telling Crook. Like, bro, they can't control our brain, bro.
Nah, Wack, you right. But you know how I was raised, and I was raised by a single mother. But what I heard was this: you get your ass out there in the world and get your ass in some shit. Don't come back and don't call me. And that's how we ran with it.
Crook,
That's
you
my
told him
mother.
to get
Don't
rid of the
call me.
bloodline, Crook.
What
But we
happened?
She
also
ain't
not we.
writing. She ain't visiting. None of that shit.
But
You
but
on
but
your
see,
own.
I wasn't raised, boy. I mean, I don't know how these young people are thinking today, but it never crossed my mind the amount of shit we used to get into. It never crossed my mind to walk into no elementary school on some bullshit like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but it's a different time. I
I'm just
get what
gonna
you're
say,
saying.
you're right. It's a different time.
Yeah, I
It's a
get what you're
different
saying,
culture too, man.
but yeah, that shit's so crazy. Like, bro, like I ain't never thought of no shit like that. Like, even us growing up, bro, we had something on us and a nigga wanted to fight. As long as we know he ain't got no pistol, you just fight. Even if you lose, you don't reach for it. That's going to a different level. Your life ain't on the line. It's just a fight. But see, a lot of young people they look at shit different. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then to him, I don't even think that's the young black youth. Like, they don't even think like that to do shit like that. But you can't control what they thinking of in the first place.
Well,
It's the
part
video game. It's
no,
the
part of the
video.
reason is everything's recorded and shit, right? You just can't take a L without it going viral.
Hey, it ain't the
Man,
video games. Hey, y'all cut that out. It ain't the
if I
video
went to
game.
the school for every nigga that snapped on my clothes and and dressing and the way I look, dressing my bummy clothes, nigga, shit, I'd have shot up every school I've been in. So it's one of those things. It's the shit is mental illness, bro.
Hey, we were
Yeah,
just talking about how like we used to bag on each other, talk about each other's mouth, nigga. Wasn't none of that shit going on. Hey, but you don't really be hearing about it like too much in hood schools because nigga. I know in my high school niggas was bringing they shit. You never knew who had what, and I think that kept a lot of motherfuckers in check.
that
I'm
shit. Well,
sorry.
we,
I'm sorry to say, but at where we grew up at, man, like you won't bring no gun to school, but if y'all had a party somewhere, that's when the niggas got shot at. That's when people got killed at. When you go to these outside parties, somebody said something at school you ain't agree with. Y'all go to a party somewhere where nobody was supposed to be at. Y'all get into it there. Y'all have a squabble. If that was another gang, you shoot them, you kill them. Unfortunately, that's the way some of my homies ain't here now.
Hey, but think about it. You gotta think about it, man. Death don't mean nothing. It's not shocking anymore. The video games, all the video games that motherfuckers
Stop
play,
blaming video.
all shoot 'em up. It's shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up. You seeing everybody dying. You seeing all this shit on TV, all these movies. It wasn't like
That's
this.
real
Yeah, but
shit. We didn't have video games like that
Had
back then. They
that
wasn't
coming up.
no, they wasn't so real. That shit crazy.
Hey,
Yeah, in the '80s,
and
you had
another
no
thing, we was made to go
real
outside,
shit.
no matter what. Get your ass
Hey,
out.
whack. Hey, what we had? We had duck hunt, nigga, with the little gun. That was it.
Yeah.
nigga,
Exactly.
you talking about the regular Nintendo? You had to let that mug warm up with the little gun. I remember that shit. But the worst thing we had though was like Mortal Kombat. I remember that shit too. But we ain't try to do no shit like that. It was just a video game. Like niggas knew. I
Man,
think that.
they got Grand Theft Auto. They got all type of shit.
Nah, but the video game didn't look so real, bro.
Yeah,
That
that's
shit,
true too.
that shit be having these niggas thinking that they really out there doing it because the shit looks so real.
Hey,
I
I ain't
think.
gonna lie, nigga.
Came
And
up,
We gotta get
nigga,
at. We gotta
whoever in
give.
there creating the games, nigga, they military trained because that shit is accurate as fuck.
and not even that. Back then, we grew up in a culture where if you felt disrespected, you caught wreck right there. It wasn't nobody going nowhere. If you felt disrespected, your hands came up.
Hey,
That's
but
You
how
true
about
went to
too.
swinging
That's
on
true
the
too.
spot. It wasn't
Yeah,
hey,
no,
that's true.
nah, it wasn't none of that shit, my nigga.
But
You was catching wreck right there.
I
how
think we
the way your
understood that thin line back then too. And even my kid, she's 17, she get that shit. It's a thin line between entertainment and real life. A lot of people understand that shit. Like I don't give a fuck what you hear in the rap, what you see on the TV or no shit like that. You know not to do that shit. You know this shit is just that's a
B-
little bit too far fetched. You know what I'm
Hey, B
saying?
Tweezy, B
Huh?
Tweezy. Look, when nigga, I moved to Mississippi like right after
you in the
the
matrix.
riots, right? And
Walking
just because I was from LA, a lot of it never was a gun, nigga. It was just nigga got them up. We used to slap box all that shit, nigga, and that was it, nigga. It was just A head up fade. That was it. And nigga, it never was no shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas got their ass whooping, and we was playing basketball, nigga. The next day, nigga, it's just just that's how I
So,
went.
so you ain't never get mad off a slap box, Sylvester?
Nigga, Slapbox was on site. Nigga, you just always just had to be ready. Nigga, it just never was an announcement for slapboxing, nigga.
No,
You
I'm
just
saying
had to
you
be
know
ready.
that you get mad because the motherfucker popped your ass that you want to fight.
Kick,
Oh no, I never,
Kick John know
nigga,
what it is.
nigga,
I say
it's you can't get mad, nigga. It just keep you on your toes. That's it.
I'll say when we got a little bit older, like 16, 17, 18, we would do, especially in Detroit, a nigga had in the trunk or something like that. But if these niggas don't get on that, we ain't gonna get on that. It's a scrap, bro. If you lose, you lose. Go work out, get better, scrap with the nigga again. But we not getting on that if they don't get on that.
Y'all niggas
But
like the
See,
rock fight in Detroit, man. We went over there, motherfuckers was crazy with that rock fighting shit.
man, shit,
I'm a
niggas ain't getting on
I'm an
that shit,
80s
bro.
nigga. I grew up in Alabama. Man. We ain't give a fuck what you had, nigga. I'm gonna get off on you first. You got a gun, nigga. When you go to reach for it, then I'm gonna take off. But if we got an issue, I'm gonna try to knock
Hey,
your ass that first punch.
AP in the chat, you got me fucked up, nigga. I never lost a fight, nigga.
Nah, I ain't gonna do no capping and shit. I didn't lost some nigga. I went to New York, nigga. I went to
Who took
Connecticut,
a
nigga.
L?
Nigga had me. I lost a fight before. I ain't gonna lie.